I'm a killer. I handle the dirty work. This time, the target is a powerful man. Finish this, and $80 million is mine. My yacht is anchored 4 kilometers out at sea. I watch him from afar. He jumps in the water, surrounded by bodyguards and jet skis. I adjust my scope, waiting for the green dot to light up. That's my signal to shoot. Just as I lock on, a jet ski suddenly charges at me. No time to hesitate. I take him out first. He weaves fiercely, but can't dodge my shot. Only 2 bullets left. I have to move fast. Before I catch my breath, the yacht's radar screams. Drones incoming. Good thing I brought jammers. The drones drop into the sea, but now I'm exposed.
Gunman on Bogdan's boat. Sniper rifle. Delta 1 is down. There is a code red!
Chaos breaks out on the other side. Security is panicked. I stay calm. The head of security orders, push the target underwater. He's confused, struggling to understand what's happening. But I know, this is my chance. No oxygen support, they won't last long. Underwater, panic sets in. He struggles wildly. He can't tell if his guards are saving him or trying to finish him. I squeeze the trigger. One shot hits a guard's head. He freaks out, flailing like a headless fish. 1 bullet left. This shot will decide everything. The guards on shore shout, "Keep him underwater!" But it's too late. My scope already locked on. He dives down. My high-zoom camera captures him. Underwater, he's lost. No idea where to escape. I smile, starting the final countdown. Mission complete. $80 million within reach. Time to retire. But first, I have to escape Croatia, cross the border into Montenegro before lockdown. This time, the target is a presidential candidate. His security is airtight, so I shifted my focus to his son. I took out a regular janitor, then used disguise to become him, even copied his voice perfectly. Once everything was ready, I walked into the building, covered my voice with a cough, and passed the facial scan without trouble. When the guards stopped me, I used an old man's catchphrase and got through. Everything went smooth. I got close to the target without a sound. I entered the office, pulled out my weapon, ready to strike. Right then, a woman barged in. I shot without hesitation, but the gunshot alerted the security. I knew the disguise was blown. I took the guard out fast, then rushed toward the target. He bolted into the stairwell, but he didn't know. That's exactly where I wanted him. One shot fired, he tumbled down the stairs in fear. Before he could get up, a second bullet hit his thigh. I ran to the rooftop. Police cars were speeding in from a distance. I didn't panic, dropped 2 smoke bombs, slid down the rope I had prepared earlier, and disappeared into the crowd, hidden by smoke and the janitor's face. Back at the hotel, I dropped the disguise and waited for the next step, because this hit was just step 1. The son's in the hospital with a bullet wound. As a good father, the president will show up. I'm staying in the hotel across from the hospital. Open the balcony window, set up a pinwheel to read the wind. Still some time before he arrives. I started assembling the weapon. It's a suitcase, but also the sniper rifle I built for this. I pulled out the handle, removed the grip, connected 2 steel rods into a barrel, fitted the internal frame, made the body, then pieced together the smaller parts. The zipper became the trigger. Flashlight turned into a scope. Minutes later, the sniper rifle was ready. The bullets were hidden in the suitcase wheels. Only 4 of them, but I only need 1. I lay flat on the balcony, slowly moved the scope, watched every inch of the street, held my breath, and pulled the trigger. The first shot missed. I didn't flinch, ejected the shell, reloaded, adjusted the scope slightly, and fired again. This time, the bullet hit dead center. I knew I was locked in. Just completed an assassination on a president. The news shook the entire country. The police immediately locked down all transportation hubs and set up checkpoints. But I'm no longer the person you think I am. I disguised myself as an antique chess collector. The police thoroughly searched my trunk, but found nothing. With my perfect disguise, I passed through the checkpoint and walked away without a scratch. The next day, MI6 launched a full investigation. When they discovered the shot was fired from 3,850 meters away, the female agent was stunned. It was unbelievable. The longest sniper shot on record was only 3,040 meters. And not only did I hit the target, I took the weapon with me without a trace. The military quickly set up a special task force, swearing to capture me at any cost. What they didn't know was that I was already in Spain. In an unassuming internet cafe, I plugged in my USB drive and made contact with my middleman. As I waited for the final payment, a new client messaged me. He told me he was very satisfied with my work and had a lucrative new job for me. But the catch? We had to meet in person. I'm a top assassin. I can't just reveal myself like that. I declined. But when he raised the offer to $10 million plus a bonus, I was intrigued. I told him my meeting fee fee was $1 million, half paid up front. He paid without hesitation. I left, making sure to take everything with me, nothing left behind. The next day, I arrived early at the meeting spot, waiting for the woman who hired me. As soon as she showed up, I approached quietly from behind. It's a rule for assassins. Never let a second person see your face clearly. But when I found out the target was billionaire Charles, I immediately raised my price. 10 million? No, I wanted 100 million, half paid up front. I didn't say another word, just turned and walked away. Next, I went to weapon expert Norman and shared my plan. I wanted a plastic sniper rifle so it wouldn't be detected by metal detectors, but Norman shook his head. Plastic wouldn't work for the barrel. However, he could make a lightweight alloy barrel, able to safely fire 8 rounds. Time was running out. We couldn't afford to waste any. Norman worked tirelessly for 5 hours, writing programs and printing parts, then spent another 10 hours, fine-tuning everything. After an entire night of work, he finished crafting the perfect sniper rifle. I couldn't wait to test it. I picked a ripe watermelon, drew a smiley face on it, and hung it from a tree. Then I stepped back 100 meters, set up the rifle. The first shot was slightly off to the left. I adjusted the barrel. The second shot was still off. After several adjustments, the third shot hit the bullseye. On my way back, a black car caught my attention. Years of experience told me this car was no ordinary car. Instead of going straight to Norman's house, I stopped at a nearby cafe to keep watch. Sure enough, the car made a round and stopped at Norman's front door. My heart skipped a beat. I immediately called Norman to warn him. He grabbed a handgun in a panic, but the agents had already snuck inside. By the time I arrived, the situation was dire. Norman was pinned to a chair, being interrogated by the agents, while the female agents searched the room. I knew they were waiting for me to walk right into their trap. Norman stood up in a rage, blocking the bullet. I fired. The new rifle was easy to carry, but reloading was slow and cumbersome. When I tried to shoot again, the female agent had already disappeared into the shadows. I didn't want to risk a confrontation. I decided to retreat. As I turned the corner, the agents outside spotted me. In a critical moment, I jumped on a nearby white horse and raced into the woods. The female agent chased me relentlessly. Through the thick darkness, her shots narrowly missed me. I sped up and dove into a river. Behind me, her gunfire didn't stop. I had already disappeared beneath the water. I returned to my home in Spain, a place no one would suspect. To the outside world, I looked like a successful businessman, a nice house, a caring wife. She had no idea who I really was. She thought I was always abroad closing big deals. After a short chat, I went into my study, opened the computer, and asked the broker to pay the remaining 308 million euros. He cursed me out. That pushed me over the edge. This wasn't just about money. If I didn't get paid, the reputation I built in this business would be ruined. So I made a decision. I had to go back and finish this. My wife drove me to the airport. We said goodbye. She left. I turned around, hopped into a different taxi, and headed straight to my secret warehouse. Inside were multiple passports, stacks of cash, and backup identities I prepared for years. But I overlooked something. My wife had turned back and saw me leave in that taxi. She froze. Doubt filled her heart. She called me. I didn't answer. Her mind spiraled. She thought I was hiding something. Maybe someone else. When I called her back, she asked for a video call, something she never did. She confronted me about sneaking off in a taxi. I denied everything, but to calm her down, I turned on the camera.
No makeup, no creams, no jars, no woman.
It didn't help. She was already broken inside. She knew nothing about my job. We barely spent time together, and what she just saw was the final straw. I've taken lives without hesitation, but when it came to comforting her, I had no clue what to do. After hanging up, she ran into the study looking for answers. Then she heard a strange buzzing sound. She followed it and found a hidden safe behind the wall. She knew I was keeping something from her. She called her brother and mother to help crack the code. They tried every birthday. Nothing worked. She refused to give up. She checked the house blueprints. Eventually, she found a hidden room behind the study. The lock wasn't complicated. Her brother forced it open in seconds. When the door opened, everything I'd kept hidden for years was exposed. Passports, cash, realistic face masks. I watched it all through a remote feed. I knew it was time to go back. Meanwhile, the female agent had arrived in Spain. She found a clue at the police station. A regular woman married to a young British millionaire who always traveled abroad. It all clicked. She was sure she had found my home. She and her partner moved fast. They set up an ambush outside my house. The moment I walked in, I knew something was off. I went straight to the secret room. Cash was scattered on the floor. Passports and money in the drawer were still there. No cops had been called. She just took the kid and left. She was scared. She didn't want danger near them. Right then I heard movement in the house. The agents had come in. I shut off the power. They knew I was aware. I closed the secret room door and stayed silent. The female agent came upstairs. I watched her through the one-way mirror. She couldn't see me. She stood inches away, clueless that danger was right in front of her. She walked off, but didn't go far. She wasn't done. She wanted to push me out, so I made my move. She started firing wildly, but I had the shadows. She didn't. She never stood a chance.
Why do you do it, Duncan?
Why do you?
Because I like to win.
So do I.
Now she knew my real name. There was no letting her leave. I had to take her out.